Hello, everybody, and welcome to our substitute class for March 11th, 2026. This is your professor, Amy John, and I want to apologize for needing to cancel our class today and do something a little different. I had an appointment that I've been on a wait list for a doctor's appointment, and yesterday I got a call that they had a cancellation for today, and I needed to take it, and so I apologize, and I hope that you'll have some fun with this alternate week's activities and information to mix it up a little bit. But I hope to see you guys all soon. All right, so for today, we're going to look at three important ideas in psychology, and those are thinking, learning, and intelligence. So these topics help psychologists understand how people process information, acquire new knowledge, and adapt to the world around them. First, thinking refers to the mental processes that we use when we solve problems, make decisions, and interpret information. Our brains often use shortcuts called heuristics, which help us make quick judgments. However, these shortcuts are helpful most of the time, but they can also lead to biases or mistakes in how we interpret situations. Okay, next is learning. My slide wanted to jump ahead too fast. And in psychology, learning is defined as a relatively lasting change in behavior or knowledge that results from experience. Psychologists have identified several different ways in which learning occurs. For example, classical conditioning. This explains how we learn through associations. And I know that we've mentioned this famous Pavlov's dogs experiment before regarding the smell of the meat, ringing of the bell, and how the dog eventually salivated to the sound of the bell, even though a bell isn't something that you would normally salivate to as a dog. So next is operant conditioning, and this explains how behaviors are shaped through rewards and consequences. And then we also learn a great deal by simply observing other people, and this is known as observational learning. This also refers to the experiment we went over where we talked about Albert Bandura and the Bobo doll experiment. So finally today, one of the topics you'll look at is intelligence. And this generally refers to the ability to learn from experience, solve problems, and adapt to new situations. Some psychologists believe intelligence can be measured through a single general ability, often measured by IQ tests, and then others believe intelligence includes many different abilities such as verbal, logical, spatial, social, or emotional skills. So, as you complete today's activities, think about how these ideas show up in everyday life. How do you learn new things? What strategies help you solve problems? And what does intelligence really look like outside of a test? So, like I said, those are just some things to think about. I hope you enjoyed today's activities that you will move on to next. And of course, I'm available should you have any questions at all.